knows how you come across somebody once in a while you shouldn't have messed with. That's me.
I am not an African American.
You're Oreo cookie, white in the inside and black on the outside.
I don't have an afro, I have an Amerifro.
Talking that idiotic stuff you talk about, I will slap you. Go ahead, make my day.
Black at the ace of spades, but 100% American.
Heard around the world by everybody and their mama. The Jesse Lee Peterson Radio Show.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Patrick Roon is here. Your first topic here, Benghazi for Dummies.
Jesse, I've been doing these shows for a long time. I don't normally do the same topic every week, but Benghazi, as soon as it came out, I was on it and just kept with it all the way because it was obvious that it was a serious situation that, as John McCain said, I remember saying last week that nobody died at Watergate. You know, it's that big, if not bigger than Watergate. It's really bigger than Watergate.
Yeah, this is worse than Watergate.
For all practical purposes, bigger than Watergate. I know that a lot of people are out there and they're just very frustrated. A lot of the military people are very frustrated about what's going on. They're just outraged, actually, that the President of the United States, who keeps asking for we're going to get to the bottom of this and we're going to have justice for these people and we're going to, you know what my track record is of going after, finding justice, like, spiking the football again on bin Laden. How many times?
Yeah.
You know what my track record is.
I'm so sick of hearing that. I roll my eyes now.
We do know that they had, real-time video of drones above watching what was going on as the firefight was going on for hours. And those drones were beaming that information straight back. The White House Situation Room had that information. So obviously they had it. Now, do you think that Obama, who loves to do brackets for NCAA basketball games and brags about that and how late he stays up watching TV, do you think he wasn't watching some of that stuff that was going on?
And then,
unless he just completely checked out. Now, at a certain point, we know he went to bed so he could get his beauty rest so the next day he could travel to Las Vegas and raise all sorts of money as the Benghazi situation was going on. So he went to bed at some point. Now, so he either was watching some of it, he had to be, or he's watching a lot of it, and he made a decision because it's the commander-in-chief type of decision. Are you going to, we have the ability to strike immediately with the drones, and we have people that we can call over from Italy, like they can get there fairly quickly to just put an end to these terrorists here. And so he certainly could have done that if he wanted to, and he probably was watching a lot of it. So he either made the decision or he handed the decision to Leon Panetta, Secretary of Defense. Either way, he probably made the decision himself. Either way, he made the decision. Now, he's running around saying, we're going to get to the bottom of this, which he has no plans to before the election, by the way.
Not at all.
So we're going to get to the bottom, and then we're going to find out what happened. Well, wait a minute. If they're showing the video back to the White House and you're there, there's a very small number of people who are in decision-making role there. So it's not like you've got to dig down to some lackey somewhere down the road and see where they messed up. The information was brought to you live. You took it. You decided, for whatever reason, not to act on it and let 4 Americans die. That's the story.
Obama told CBS 60 Minutes on September 12th that attackers were targeting Americans from the start. And CBS didn't air this clip. For some reason, they didn't air it. This is from Fox News Special Report, and we got it from Breitbart TV.
And I suspect that's why President Obama, early, before they seemed to have gotten their story straight that they were going to blame this on the video, went on 60 Minutes and in this interview said, this was not like Egypt. This was a different attack.
Very interesting, Maura. This tape never aired on 60 Minutes. The first time it aired was the 19th, Friday before the foreign policy debate. I just saw it online today. Take a listen to an interview with Steve Croft that actually happened September 12th, right after the attack.
It's been described as a mob action, but there are reports that they were very heavily armed.
This is not a situation that was exactly the same as what happened in Egypt. My suspicion is that there are folks involved in this who were looking to target Americans from the start.
Okay. Do we have the montage ready to go of the other montage? While we wait for that, that tape is interesting. Before Susan Rice,
he had no way of knowing if they were going to air it or not. So that was his initial.
But let's just take a listen to this. Now, this is a few days later, 8 days later, and then the 20th, the 24th, the 25th.
What we do know is that the natural protests that arose because of the outrage over the video were used as an excuse by extremists to see if they can also directly harm U.S. interests. Or, well, we don't know yet.
I heard Hillary Clinton say that it was an act of terrorism. Is it? What do you say?
Well, we're still doing an investigation.
There is no speech that justifies mindless violence.
So that sounds completely different than September 12th.
Wow, and he just said, and he said in the debates, I said it was an act of terror, like in the Rose Garden.
Right.
I said it was an act of terror. I did. Look at the transcripts. And now, days later, he won't even say it's an act of terrorism. They're going around lying still about the video. I was looking at Brett Baer's report last night, too. He's a great reporter from Fox. He just lied about this video thing for days and days. He just made it up out of nowhere. It's a video.
This is from the Examiner on Saturday. Retired Army Lieutenant Tony Schaefer told Fox News that, according to his sources, President Obama watched the assault on the U.S. consulate in Benghazi, Libya, from the White House as it took place.
Yeah.
That's deep.
You know that they had the transmission there. You know he had to be watching it. So all this talk about we're going to get to the bottom of this and we're going to do this, it's all total nonsense.
So what's wrong with Obama? I said he's the son of Satan.
Yeah.
I can't put this together.
Can I throw a few, because I came up with, I was thinking about this Benghazi for Dummies thing. And what I meant for dummies is everybody is a certain way is kind of a simple person is a dummy too. A person who thinks they're smart, like the mainstream media and Brian Williams, but they won't ask questions. They're dummies. But there's a good way to be a dummy, and that's to look at things in a very simple way. So I kind of threw together a few questions that are some of them have been answered already, but I think the questions kind of tell the story, or what we don't know. The questions should lead any of these dummy media people to the answers if they really want them. One is, did Ambassador Stevens ask for help in advance? Yes, we already know the answer to that. 2, was he attacked a spontaneous result of an anti-Muhammad video? No, that was a lie. We know that. Did the White House know it was terrorists? Yes. I mean, they were told very early on. There were people that took responsibility for that early on, 2 hours in. We know that they were terrorists. We know that the way the attack was conducted was in a professional manner, not in a spontaneous manner. Why did they keep saying it was a video? Well, we know the answer to that. They have this idea that they keep wanting to push in our heads that Al-Qaeda is dead. Now that bin Laden has been killed, Al-Qaeda is dead, and they don't have to worry about terrorism anymore in the North Africa area, which we know is untrue. And once people know that, it would really hurt Obama's reelection chances. That's what this is all about. Did terrorist drones transmit the attack in real time to the Pentagon, Langley, Virginia, and the White House? Yes, we know that's true. So they saw it. That makes what Secretary Panetta said a lie when he said they did not have enough information to act. That was the next question. Did they have enough information to act? The answer is yes. Panetta lied. Would they have been able to get help there to make a difference? We know the answer to that is yes, because the drones, I believe, were armed. And also, as I said, in Italy, nearby, they could have flown jets over there pretty quickly and been able to make a difference. Remember, you got a 4-hour firefight or something like that? So obviously they would have had time. Then the next question is, which starts getting into really serious questions, which we got into during the last few days. Were the pleas for help from Ambassador Stevens and the others that were there, the SEALs, were they denied? Was help denied? And we heard that the answer to that is yes, right? So you got Americans being killed and help was denied. So the next question, if help was denied, who denied the help, right? Isn't that the question?
Yes, and why?